You know how they say you learn something new every day? Well, for me, seeing this made this one of those days.
I'm here today with my next guest, who is a doctor of psychiatry and has some pretty nice news about being nice.
Studies have shown that in addition to boosting dopamine and oxytocin, being kind can also increase serotonin, a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood. This means a simple act of kindness can reward our bodies and minds with feel-good chemical substances. However, the effect isn't lasting.
So what you're saying is that a single act of kindness isn't going to carry you through several days or even hours.
Exactly right. The trick you need to know is that acts of kindness have to be repeated. Biochemically, you can't live on the 3 to 4 minute oxytocin boost that comes from a single act.
That's why, according to your research, kindness is most beneficial as a practice, something we work into our daily routine, correct?
The rewards of acts of kindness are many. They help us feel better, and they help those who receive them. We're building better selves and better communities at the same time.
You heard the good doctor. Let's go reap the rewards of human kindness. And now, a quick word from our sponsor.
Every interaction matters and is an opportunity to choose to be nice to someone. Every interaction we have with our patients and their loved ones has the power to alter how they feel about their experience with us in either a positive or negative way. When they speak to a receptionist on the phone and that interaction goes well, they feel good about RWJBH. But even after that good experience, if they arrive and ask a facilities person for directions and aren't treated kindly, things start to break down. Then, if their nutritionist is understanding and loving as they carry out their responsibilities, that patient will start to feel seen and heard again. But no one needs that additional roller coaster of emotions when they are often already emotionally stressed. Every interaction matters, and science is proving that performing acts of kindness for others will benefit you. At RWJBH, the cool thing is, being kind is kind of our job. Plus, if we're all doing it all the time, for everybody, including each other, we're all feeling better, happier, and healthier, which sounds pretty great. This is Robert. He needed to schedule hernia surgery, so he made the call and felt comforted by the friendly and efficient assistant he spoke with. His appointment was made. When he arrived at the hospital's information desk on the day of his surgery, he was greeted warmly and pointed in the right direction. His nurses and doctors listened to his concerns and answered his questions before the surgery. In recovery, a nurse noticed that he seemed a little chilly and offered to grab him a blanket. When he was released, an assistant again made sure Robert felt comfortable with what he would need to do the next few days and for follow-up care. Robert was then wheeled out of the hospital for his ride home by a caring and friendly transporter. Nothing that any of the people Robert encountered did required significant extra effort. They were just nice. They listened, they explained, they were kind. They respected who Robert was and what he was going through that day. Over a 3-day period, any patient can have over 100 different interactions with our team. And every interaction matters. There are a lot of opportunities to be nice.
Hi, my name is Robert. I had hernia surgery performed at Community Hospital Same-Day Surgery Department. I cannot express in words how impressed I was with the professional treatment and care I received from the staff. This includes all the people from the time I signed in until I was released and taken to my ride home. Thank you to all the staff who treated me.
That's the kind of customer experience we want everyone to have, all the time. A culture of always providing patient-centered care. Just so we're all on the same page, when we say customer experience, we're talking about, generically at least, the customer's holistic perception of their journey with RWJBH. It is the result of every single touch point that the customer has with the people or the processes from start to finish. Most businesses want return customers, so a great customer experience is key to their success. But in a health system like ours, do we really want customers to have to return? No, of course not. But if they need medical help, we do hope they'll want to come back to us. A customer's experience is everything that is said and done that affects a customer's thoughts, feelings, and well-being. Why is a customer's experience important? Because it increases customer loyalty, it increases customer satisfaction, it creates better word-of-mouth marketing, positive reviews, and recommendations to other potential customers, and it gives businesses a competitive edge. The patient experience is slightly different from a general customer experience because it is how we deliver on the patient promise of providing safe, high-quality care delivered in a compassionate, patient-centered environment. We do this by having a strong foundation of engaged and resilient care teams across the entire continuum of care. So, how do we know what our patients want? We know by asking them through survey comments and our Patient and Family Advisory Council members. Our patients and families have told us that "be nice to me" means being respected, keeping them informed, and making sure they are connected to us and to their care plans by listening and taking action. RWJBH's patient promise is to deliver high-quality, compassionate, family-centered care. Our patients come first, and we are committed to ensuring each patient experiences superior service. Every one of our employees, no matter their title or job description, clinical or non-clinical, plays a role in shaping and enhancing our patients' experiences and eliminating emotional harm. We expect all of our staff to do what is in the best interest of our patients and their families every day, in every moment. A culture of always. At RWJBarnabas Health, we always have time for our patients, and we work together as a team to care for all aspects of their needs. When we don't, then emotional harm has the potential to very quickly erode trust, leaving patients feeling violated and causing long-term damage to the patient-provider relationship. Emotional harm can be very severe, with considerable negative effects on a person's physical health as well.
Excuse me, can you give me directions to the medical imaging center?
Oh, for sure. You're headed in the right direction. Let me take you there. I have the time. I'm back. We are privileged that our patients and their loved ones have chosen RWJBarnabas Health for health and wellness needs and pledge to provide the highest quality of care in a compassionate, kind, and respectful manner. Was I in the middle of something when that patient walked up? Yes, but there was no good reason for me to not be kind to them, to literally choose kindness. I could have said, "It's right down there," and perhaps saved myself 3 or 4 minutes. But if we can make their experience better, easier, and more, loving in those 3 or 4 minutes, then that's what we need to do. The word patient actually comes from the Latin root pati, meaning suffering or enduring. Our patients come to us because they are suffering in some small or perhaps incredibly significant way. Our job, quite literally, is to ease that suffering, and we do that in many small and incredibly significant ways. Unfortunately, there are times when we fail our patients and their loved ones, which could lead to more suffering, emotionally speaking. But there is a wonderfully productive and communal ripple effect that occurs when we are truly kind. Our patients become a more active part of their own care plan when they are treated nicely. When we aren't kind and cause emotional harm because people don't feel respected, connected, or informed, that qualifies as preventable harm. And remember, we have a goal of 0 harm events for both physical and emotional harm. Every interaction with a patient, loved one, and each other as staff members is an opportunity for a compassionate connection or moment of truth. From a hand on a shoulder, a warm, not pitying smile, sitting at the bedside making it clear it's where you want to be, helping a family member find their way, or having the situational awareness to grab a wheelchair when you see a patient needs one. Data from Verge, the system that we use to document patient relations compliments, complaints, and grievances, state that the lack of be nice to me behaviors mainly associated with disrespect or rudeness are amongst the top complaints across RWJBH. And we all know that we can choose to behave differently, and we have to. Here is inpatient comment analysis showing how negative comments make up 32.1% of the times we fail our patients. Additionally, our patients tell us, as per the survey comments that they share with us, that there are opportunities for us to be nicer to them and their loved ones. The simple act of being nice improves a patient's experience. And don't forget, you'll likely get a little dose of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin out of it as well. We know from our patients' and families' perspectives, while in our care, they have 3 needs. 1, don't harm me. 2, help me. 3, be nice to me. Those sound like simple goals, but there are a couple examples of times when we did not live up to our values. A patient's wedding ring of over 50 years was lost on one of our units because we didn't focus on the task and we didn't take the time to ensure it was in a place of safekeeping. A patient felt afraid to ask about the pill her nurse had given her because her nurse had seemed rushed and curt, but the patient was concerned. Ultimately, she took the pill, and it turned out it was not the correct medication. A surgical resident asked the husband of a patient if he spoke English. He told her yes, but that his wife did not speak English well. This may sound hard to believe, but the surgical resident then told the husband that this is America and everyone should speak English. The husband was, of course, very upset and felt that the resident was a racist and didn't want them anywhere near him or his wife. We're listening when people say we got things wrong, and we're also listening when people say we got things right. We are listening when our patients and families tell us we fail them. Thankfully, because of great people like yourselves, we get things right most of the time. But most of the time isn't all of the time, and it needs to be. Remember what it means to be nice at RWJBarnabas Health. We treat each other, our patients, and families with respect and compassion. We keep each other informed and accurately communicate. We use positive body language, tone of voice, and kind words when we communicate. We are considerate and advocate for the patient's safety and comfort. We include the patient and family in care planning and decision-making. We live up to our values always. We are fully present in the moment with our patients and families, so they always know we are where we're supposed to be, taking the time we need to take good care of them. We are champions for our friends, colleagues, patients, and their loved ones in the journey toward cultural competence, treatment, and equity. We readily express gratitude for those around us and always recognize a job well done. As simple as be nice to me sounds, achieving it is a driver of stellar experience and propels us toward our goal of being a high reliability organization. Don't harm me, help me, and be nice to me. Always. It requires a patient-centered mindset, environment, and a lot of careful work. As we continue, we will be looking at tools and behaviors to ensure a culture of always and to obtain zero physical and emotional harm.